right up the back. Mr. Mayor, if you follow my... He's in a check shirt. Hello, mate, go ahead.
Evening, Mr. Mayor.
Evening, sir.
I'd like to ask you a question about the upcoming mayor elections and GLA elections next year. Steve Hilton, in his book, wrote that British politics have been dominated by a very small elite. 60% of our current cabinet were in Eton or Oxbridge students. Your current candidates lining up to replace you, the Conservative candidates, are either billionaires, millionaires, or part of your current establishment in the party. What are you doing to encourage more people from different backgrounds to apply for the GLA and the London candidacy?
Choose people on policies and not profile.
Well, I think that you're making a brilliant point about social mobility generally. It's not all the candidates, but Ivan Mazzei, I think, has an amazing backstory. He comes from or I think he was in care himself. He's had an extraordinary history as a self-made millionaire, and he's done unbelievably well. But the general criticism of our society is very well made. We are becoming more rigidly stratified than we should be, and you've got to ask yourself why that is, and why aren't we seeing the same kind of social mobility that we saw in the 1960s and 1950s?
Well, what Nick actually asked what you're going to do about it.
Well, one thing I think you should do is look at the quality of education that everybody gets in our city, and the ambition and the aspiration. Now, this morning I went to an absolutely incredible school run by Catherine Barbel Singh in North London. Absolutely amazing. Do anybody know who Catherine Barbel Singh? Absolutely incredible school. They were learning stuff off by heart. They were learning the huge screeds of poetry, their times tables. They were learning yards of Shakespeare, goodness knows what, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. And what she is trying to do in give those kids the kind of disciplined education that they could get in the sorts of schools that you mentioned is being bitterly resisted by the educational establishment. And they hate that kind of stuff. They hate that approach to rote learning and to discipline and memorising stuff and memorising. I think yes, it is the way forward.
Right.
I think she is completely right.
Okay.
And the kids in her school were from every minority in London. They were from every socio-economic group. There were kids from the poorest backgrounds that you could imagine, and they were absolutely glowing with optimism about what they could achieve in that school. And I think that is what we need. That is what we need in London. And actually, London schools are getting better. But we need to fight the sort of complacency of the educational establishment, who think that you've got to let kids find the answers within themselves.
That's how you were taught, clearly, Mr. Mayor. We know that you're very young. So you'll have no problem in telling me immediately 7 8s.
56.
That's pretty impressive. 9 9s?
81. Not 12 12.
144. But I think we better move on. Just for our